What is cracking YouTube? Fake Lower here, back with another black and white Wi-Fi battle. Today it's actually going to be an OU match versus Carlton from Smogan, and I'm using a pink background like a boss, and let me explain my team real quick. So basically I'm going to use a core of Heatran, Selby, and Raw Tom W, and then the rest of folks I just slam together to see how they cooperate, and it actually works pretty well in this match, as you'll see. And the defensive Rodham works very well. It's not your actual like basic one, but it's the one that Wild put in his database with 3-something defensive stat. But wow, does it work? So I'm just gonna switch to Celebrate straight from the start. I leaded with Terrakion because I expected a Infernape lead because we did DC, and I was like, oh, same moves. And then he's like, no, after I clicked on Terrakion first. So I'm like, fuh, but that doesn't really matter. So yeah, here I'm going to switch out of Celebi just to see what it would go for, hoping that he switches out into his own Infernape just to wall my Giga Drain. But that doesn't happen, and I make the first over prediction of the match. So I'm going to switch out here, not wanting to take a Scald, and I'm just going to go into Rodham because it walls the only 2 moves I've seen. And out of Vaporeon, I only know that it's usually a Wish set with Wish, Protect, Scald, and Ice Beam, so that's what I'm expecting this to be, and so it works fine. And I'm going to drop down a T-Bolt, and I didn't expect this to do much at all, but it does over half, so I'm like, whoa, Rodham, you were beasting for such a low stat, because I didn't put EVs in it, and honestly, but oh well, yeah, it's working very well right now. He has such amazing defense. So here I know he's going to either protect or switch out to one of his pokes. And all of his pokes I remember are physical. So I'm just going to go for a Will-O-Wisp. And I'm going to hit that Machamp with such an amazing Will-O-Wisp. And so basically it's useless. And I'm going to switch into my... Wait, just give it a second. So he's going to take that burn damage. And so I'm feeling pretty good right here. And I'm just going to go into Settlements just because I know I can wall the shit out of it now. Or... well, not wall, I just can take it out because honestly, I have enough power to take it out from this range, since I'm Life Orb, but this is a Life Orb one with Outrage instead of Roost, so, he's not really meant to survive long, he's just meant to rape the shit out of anything with Outrage and or, Draco Meteor. So, here I know I can go for a Draco Meteor and I'll be fine, unless I hit myself with Confusion, that is. So I actually do hit the Draco Meteor. Well, obviously, the No Guard ability does let me hit, so that is a dead Machamp. And so I'm looking pretty good, but I do have the -2 defense, so if he wants to send in anything like Ferrothorn, a Fire Blast would not do that much to it, or... I'm not sure exactly how much it would do, but I just know it wouldn't take it out. So he's going to go back to his Vaporeon, and so... That's cool because I have the Outrage, and I'm just going to spam that on it. And this Outrage is luckily going to hit, and, well, not, I mean, because I break through Confusion, I should be saying. But, yeah, it is going to actually take it out from this range. So, Salamence has 2 kills, looking very, very good right now. And so I'm locking to Outrage, and I know Salamence is pretty much gone at this point because I'm locked into it. And so, yeah. Not what I really want, because if I could salvage Salamence, I would, but, nah. So, here I'm going to hit myself after getting 2 breakthroughs, and so, yeah, that was my breaking point. Not like it would hurt the Metagross much anyway, but any damage would be nice, and he's actually going to take me out with a, Meteor Mash. So I was worried that this would be an agility Metagross and it'd set up on me, but apparently not. So he's going to go for a trick for some reason, and I saw he had an air balloon, and I was like, yo, what the hell? And so, yeah, he's just going to get me an air balloon. As I go for a Hydro Pump, expecting him to switch it since his Vaporeon's gone, and that Hydro Pump is going to do quite a lot, honestly. Wow. And he's actually going to go for a Hammer Arm, but the lefties will make it so he's above half. And he's going to get a crit after that. It still does not, well, brings me below half. So I'm just going to go for a Will-O-Wisp, just to nullify the lefties. Well, not nullify, but bring him below lefties. And this means that my Hydro Pump will be able to kill this turn. And he's going to go for a Bullet Punch, probably because he knows it's useless to do anything else. And that I'd outspeed. So I'm going to go for a Hydro Pump. And luckily it hits. And it is going to actually take out the Metagross. And so I'm feeling really good right now. I wouldn't care if Rotom died because he did such a great job. And here I'm fearful of this Pokemon. So I'm just going to switch into Heatran. And so... it's going to take that Dark Pulse very well. I mean, wow. It is especially defensive, so honestly, I shouldn't like be too surprised. But here's going to go Focus Blast, and I completely forgot that these pokes get Focus Blast, and I just thought I walled it completely. But, so that's actually going to do a nice chunk. Not kill, but he does get the special defense drop, so I'm going to actually get my Stealth Rocks up, which is pretty okay in return, but it's not something I would have wanted to take that much damage for. So here I know I'm going to have to switch out to my Celebi, and so, yeah. My Celebi is out, and it's actually going to avoid the Focus Blast, which is very, very nice, and I'm going to be up at near full health, and so I'm going to make a double switch, hoping he goes for a Dark Pulse just so I could get the +1 on Terrakion, but he's actually going to go for a Fire Blast instead of a Dark Pulse, which would have done the same amount, I do believe. So I'm going to survive that very well, actually, and I'm just going to hit up for a close combat, and that is going to take it out, and so I'm looking very, very good right now. I've only lost about one poke. One poke. I've only lost Salamence at this point. And he's going to go into Jelly Belly. And I have the perfect Pokemon to take this on this situation. And I'm going to send out Scizor right now. And he's going to go for Trick Room. I know that I could take still one Focus Blast, but it will do quite a bit more than a normal Calm Mind set. So, yeah. I am going to be able to U-turn, but being that he's Trick Room, he doesn't have the defensive investment that a normal one has. So he will die to this U-turn, seeing as I am Choice Banded. So, yeah. This means I'm going to have to... He has switch priority at this point, but I'm just going to send out Terrakion. And here I completely forgot that the Trick Room is up. And so I'm Scarf, and that means his dupes... His Infernape is faster than me and will be able to take me out. But I do have hope. I mean... I'm looking very well right now. Well, not very well because this thing is basically in charge, even though it's faster. But I'm going to go to Celebi because, I forgot, and I thought he would be scarfed. So I was like, yo, speed ties. So he's actually going to go for an overheat, and I'm like, oh, shit. But then I luckily dodged that. So I know I'm going to have to switch out and go into a Heatran just to soak up that. And he's basically going to have to, like, kill off my pokes until he's at a range where I'm comfortable to kill him off with a Bullet Punch from Scizor. So basically now the dimensions are normal, and he's going to go for a close combat, and that's going to put him at -2 defense each, and I know I could sack off my Rodon just because it has too many defenses, too good defenses, just so he won't go for any other move other than close combat. So now he's at -3, and here I'm perfectly comfortable to kill him off with a Bullet Punch from my Choice Banded Scizor. So that's exactly what I'll do, and so that actually puts us at a 2-0. This is a good game. Carlton, comment, like, and subscribe, show your support, and like if you love the pink. So yeah, see you later, guys.